today we are going to be looking at what areas do we want to have a growth mindset, all right? So last night I had you all kind of start brainstorming. What are some areas in your lives that you really want to focus on and improve? And we talked yesterday about a growth mindset being having an open mind, that when something gets hard or when you mess up, you're not going to just shut down and say, you know what, I don't know how to do that, or that's too hard for me, or I'm going to choose to do something else instead. What do we talk about a growth mindset being? What is it? What does it mean?
Like, your mind is like, you're trying to improve, like, how you go day to day and, like, getting a routine for...
Okay, a routine would definitely help that. Okay, what else?
Never give up.
Not giving up, right? Okay.
Focus on the good in people.
Oh, I like that. Focusing on good.
Being realistic and not like being completely out of hand.
That one's really important. Being realistic in our goals, right? We want to make sure that the things that we're talking about, we want to improve. There are actually things that by working hard and not giving up, we can achieve. Agree? All right, so let's talk about what are some areas in your life that you were thinking about last night that you would like to use this growth mindset on?
Family.
Your family, all right? What are some areas with your family? What are some specific things with your family that you want to do?
Spend more time with them.
Oh, who else agrees with that? That is probably going to be on my own vision board, right? I want to definitely spend more time with family. Okay, what are some other things that you were thinking about you wanted to do? On yourself, okay.
Athletics.
Athletics. Anything specific in athletics?
Football. Trying to be a better player and know what to do and when to do it.
Okay. So he's saying with athletics, football player, I could go through and I could list basketball, softball, volleyball, cheerleading, tumbling, any of those. We're going to stick with athletics, and then if you chose that, if you were kind of thinking about that last night for yourself, you could insert in which specific ones you're looking at. Does that make sense? All right, okay. What are some other areas in your life that you want to have a growth mindset?
Like school or academics.
Academics, all right. What are some things at school that you feel like you need to work on?
Probably math and reading.
Okay, so subjects at school. For example, math, reading, and then again, maybe some of you excel at math, so is there a different subject at school that you would want to work on? You could be thinking about that as well. All right, what else? What are some other things at school that you feel like you need to work on?
Perhaps maybe trying to get straight A's, or if you already have straight A's, try and get 95s and above.
Oh, I like that. So improving your grade
Average.
I like that. How many of you in here thought you go home when you get your report card? Oh, by the way, today's report card day. So today you get your report card and you go home and you're like, yes, I made all A's and everything. I'm good. Don't need to do anything else. Any of you? Now, come on. There's times in my life when I've been like, you know what? That's good enough. Right? Made it straight A's. That's good enough. Yeah. So what's the difference now with having a growth mindset towards that? Now, what's the difference going to be?
Try to improve those grades.
Oh, I made a 92. What do I want to make next time?
95.
Maybe a 95. That would definitely be reasonable. What if I say I want to make 100s in every single grade, every single class?
So
That's
little.
unrealistic.
Is that realistic?
No.
Probably not. Do you feel like you might let yourself down in that?
Yes.
So that is a perfect example. We want to improve our grade average. All right. What are some other areas? Anybody else have something at school that you're thinking about?
Not at school.
Okay. Nope. Go ahead. Give me another one. What were you thinking of?
Self, like, kind of care for yourself more, not kind of go around, like, beating yourself up. And
Okay. So are you talking about mentally, maybe
So
like
self-love.
taking a break or appreciating who you are?
Yes.
Can I put both of those separately, do y'all think? I think those could be two different things. So appreciate who you are. I'm going to say who I am because we're talking about ourselves, right? appreciate who I am, and what was the other one?
Take a break.
Take a break. Good. All right. What else? Anybody have some things at home they want to work on?
Or I was thinking for self, like maybe having like good friends or
Ooh, choosing good friends. I like that one. Okay.
Maybe argue for home. Maybe argue and fight less with your siblings.
Ooh, yeah. Less. Is that a goal for anybody else? Oh, your parents will be so happy. That's right. So less fighting with siblings. Okay, what else?
Connecting with my sister more.
Oh, I like that. And I'm going to say sister, but if you don't have a sister, what would you put?
A brother.
A brother, okay? What else?
Sibling would
Or maybe you could put making more connections with your mom and your dad. I noticed today I was looking at the school calendar, and at the elementary they always had like daddy-daughter date night. And so it was like an opportunity for dads and their daughters to go to the movie, like go to a movie or do something. But I noticed this one was a mom and son activity that they were doing. So sometimes, I don't know if it is in your house, but sometimes the moms and the daughters, they connect really well and they like to do a lot of things together. And it's harder for daughters to make good connections with their dads where they like to do that. For me, in my house, I have 2 boys. But my youngest son and I, we have very similar personalities. So it's really easy for us to find things to do together that we enjoy. But making a connection with my older son, him and my husband, they easily connect. And so working at making connections with people in your family that maybe it doesn't come as natural or as easy. That would be a good one. Okay, what else? Anything else at school that you're thinking?
Maybe preventing bullying.
Ooh, so help others. We could say bully. We could say help others. Is there any others? Help prevent bullying. Or, actually I'm going to change this. Help promote a bully-free school. Do you like that? What do you notice? What's the difference in what we first started saying, help prevent, and then I changed it to help promote. What's the difference?
it's like if you're helping to prevent it, then like you might prevent one, but there could be so many more.
And what are we focusing on when we're preventing something?
one person.
Positive or negative? Negative. When we're promoting something, what are we focusing on?
Positive.
Positive. So that's a great little life lesson. There's always a positive and a negative of everything. I could have put help prevent bullying, but instead I said help promote a bully-free school. So instead of focusing on the bullying, what are we focusing on?
The school.
Friendships and connections and relationships that help everybody to treat each other with kindness. Okay, what else?
This one also goes to school, but like help with fundraisers.
Okay. So is that something that you thought about last night? Is what can you do to help out your school with fundraisers? I know, did we already do the cookie dough? Or what? Can't remember which one it is. But the coupon ones. Yeah. Okay. So there are times throughout the year where our school has fundraisers that we could all maybe pitch in, and even if you only sold one, it's one more than we had before, right? I like that, being proactive.
This is kind of like for home and family, like disconnect from phone.
I like that. Who in here, even if you didn't think about it last night, thinks that they could benefit from this one? And I'm going to say phone/technology because not all of us have cell phones in 6th grade, right? But PlayStations, Xboxes, Netflix, Hulu, TV. What else do you have that I'm missing?
I can't live without that stuff.
You can't live without it, but could you disconnect and a lot certain periods of time that you're going to go without?
Oh yeah, I go like an hour to do my chores and stuff.
So here's another great connection with this. If I put on my vision board that I'm going to not use any of those things I just said, is that a realistic goal? No, especially for Connor, right? But if I say, you know what, I'm going to cut back 15 minutes a day, and those 15 minutes a day, what am I going to do? I'm going to connect with my sister, or I'm going to
Play outside, maybe.
play outside. Yeah, take a break. Okay, very good. Disconnect from technology. All right. Some other things that I was trying to brainstorm last night. I really would like to get some organization going at my home. Seems like with my job, I'm always staying on top of it. Like I know what we're going to be doing, and I'm always working to make sure that I'm ready when I come to work every day. But not always does that happen for me at my house. And then what ends up happening is I'm scrambling every morning like, oh my gosh, what am I going to wear? Or where is that such and such that I needed? Or as an adult, sometimes I leave things off my grocery list time and time again. And I'm like, I need to make sure I really focus on maybe trying to get a little bit more organization. So I'm trying to, for me, I want to get into a better routine at night so that when I go to start my day the next day, I'm ready to go in all aspects of that. That's something I want to work on. What else did y'all think about last night while you were wanting to improve?
Studying more for school.
Okay. Okay.
Try and take care of your body and put good things into it and try and stay healthy.
Man, I really don't like to work out, but should I probably start devoting maybe even if I said 15 minutes, I could probably do that, right? Even though Miss Reed really doesn't like to work out. I want to work on, so what would you call that? Like your health?
Personal
self-care.
health.
Personal health? I like that. And that's going to include eating right. What else might that include?
Keeping your body
Working
clean.
out. Now, do y'all really call it working out as a you do? Exercise. Okay. So for me, the adult, I'm working out. You guys are getting some good exercise in. Okay?
Like cleaning your body, like taking a bath and stuff.
Yeah, personal hygiene, okay? Personal care. Okay, what else?
Like getting up early and starting your day.
That all starts with a good routine. So maybe waking up a little early. So what would be an appropriate amount of time? Should I say, oh man, I'm going to start waking up at 5 every morning. Now, Miss Reed, I like to sleep in. So I'm like about a 6:45 person.
Yeah.
Sometimes 7 if I have all my clothes laid out. So what would be a good realistic goal for waking up early?
Like 15 minutes.
15, maybe 15 to 30 minutes earlier than you already do, okay? Who in here gets up all on their own? Okay, so you guys are about at that transitional age where what's going to have to start happening? Like you're going to start setting an alarm and you're going to be responsible for getting up on your, oh man, that would make your parents so happy. How many of your moms have to come in 3 or 4 or 5 times? I remember when I was probably a little younger than you, my dad would tickle the bottom of my feet because I would not wake up, and he would tickle my feet to wake me up.
No, my mom doesn't wake us up. We have to wake her up.
Oh, that's nice. Well, good job for being responsible. All right. So could that come in here for some of you maybe? Like setting an alarm. All right.
I'm
What
good
else?
about waking
Maybe
up.
like doing something for your parents, like cooking dinner or something like that.
I like that. So good doing something for others. Now, we have a ton. Oh, you have your hand up. I'll add you. What else?
Doing your chores when your parents don't even ask you.
Chores without having to be.
As-
I like that one.
So almost like integrity in a small way.
That is exactly right. How many of you ever do like an extra chore that's not even in your responsibility? Those are when you really get the extra bonus points. All right, so look at this huge list that we have of things that we can do to have a growth mindset in our life. There's a lot of them on here, isn't there? All right, very good. All right, so now that we have brainstormed everything that we want to do, we're now going to organize these together. So when we think about our expository framework, the framework is what helps our essay to be organized. Has anyone ever read a piece that was disorganized? What happens to it?
Gets off the rails.
Yeah, it just goes all over the place. What else?
It's not as interesting.
It's really hard to keep the reader's attention. I agree with that.
You get confused on like what goes where and
Yes. And so then what starts taking up all of your thinking?
where what.
Why are they should that be here? Or were they talking about that there? Exactly. Organization is really and truly what makes or breaks a piece. If you are an amazing writer and you have great voice and you use great vocabulary, that does not matter if your piece, if you just started here and wrote and wrote and wrote and wrote and wrote, and then you went back up here and you wrote about all of these things and you just checked them off as you went. Even though you have great grammar and mechanics and capitalization and punctuation and voice, it would not matter because your reader is going to have a really hard time focusing. So this activity really helps you to see how do we take all of these things we want to write about and how do we put them onto our framework. So I want you to think about spending time with family. So one of the goals we talked about was spending extra time with our family. What else on our list do you think would go along with spending time with family?
Connecting with sister.
Okay, what else?
Oh no. I was wrong.
Disconnect from technology.
That one would be a good one. Okay.
Less fighting with siblings.
Okay, good. You have another one? Oh, sorry. Do you see any others? Oh, I see one I just almost touched.
Maybe take a break.
Okay, so do you think when we were talking about this taking a break, do you think that we were talking about taking a break with our family or taking a break by ourselves? So if we're talking about take a break with our family, you could absolutely put that in that there. Let's hold on to that one until the end. Okay, what are you thinking?
Chores without being asked.
Doing your chores without being asked. Is that things that happen with your family?
Yes.
Okay, what else?
Setting an alarm.
Setting an alarm. Is that things that we do with our family? Would that be more, hold on to that one. We'll think about that at the end. Do you have any others? Okay, let's see. All right, I think that looks good. So we have spending time with family, chores without being asked, connecting with our sister, disconnecting from technology, and less fighting with siblings. Do you think those all sound like you could write a whole good paragraph with those in it? Yeah. All right. Let's look at a routine. Ooh, let's see. Let's look at that at which one do I want to do? Subjects at school, like math and reading. What else would go with this one?
Fundraisers.
Fundraisers,
Studying more.
studying more,
Waking up earlier.
waking up earlier. Okay.
Perhaps choosing good friends.
Choosing good friends.
Improve grade average.
Improve. Okay.
Athletics.
Athletics and football. Any others that we don't have yet?
Doing something for others.
Okay. So let's think about this one because this one definitely could happen with these. But I think it might go with another one as well. So will you hang on to that one so we can talk about it at the end. All right? Any others?
Working out exercise.
working out and exercising, you could do that at school, but we really don't have, like, most of these are happening where?
School.
Most of these are studying more, choosing good friends, fundraisers, improving our grade average, working harder in subjects at school and football. Let's hang on to that one. Are there any others? Let's see.
Yes. Promote bullying-free school.
Ooh, I like that one. Promoting. He was dying to answer. I'm sorry I did not call on you. Very good. I like that one. Okay, now let's look at appreciate who I am. I think this is a good one to kick off with. Oh my gosh, I just froze. Don't look at that. What else do you think would go with talking about appreciating yourself and who you are?
Wouldn't personal health go with the last one?
Right now we're talking about who. Right now, appreciating who I am. So do you think your personal health or personal care would go with that one? I think so. Okay. All right. What about setting an alarm? Is that a goal for yourself?
Yes.
Okay. What about working out and exercising?
Yes.
All right. And then we have having a good routine at night. Is that for you? Okay. Personal health and eating right. That's the one you were talking about. I'm sorry. Did we get them all?
No.
Take a break.
And taking a break. Does that one fit with? All right.
What about doing something for others at the bottom?
Doing something for others. So let's talk about where do you think now, that was the one that we said let's talk about at the end. Where do you think that's going to fit? Let's hold on to it for just 1 second, okay? All right. All right, so we're talking about having a growth mindset. You guys all got to choose a subtitle that you wanted for your essay. Anybody want to share a couple of theirs with us? What did you?
Conquering 2020.
Growth mindset, conquering 2020. I like that.
I put achieving 2020's goals.
Achieving 2020's goals. I like that.
Fighting through 2020.
Ooh, fighting through 2020. Nice.
Succeeding in 2020.
Good.
Making 2020 my year.
Oh, I love all of those.
2020 accomplishments.
2020 accomplishments. So are you focusing on the positive or the negative? The positive, because she's saying these are all things that I'm going to accomplish, huh? All right, so now I want you to look at how we organize these with colors. Let's talk about this first one. What would we call all of the pink circles? What are they all about? Family, right? How we're going to spend more time with family. How we're going to do our chores for our family without being asked. How we're going to disconnect from technology and have more time to hang out with them. How we're going to connect with our sister and have less fighting with siblings. So in the area of your family, these are all of the things that you're going to do. Okay? All right, let's look at the next one. The blue. Okay, what do all of the blues have in common? What's that?
School.
School. Are all of these going to take place somewhere with academics or at school? Okay, so you could choose. You might have another word than academics or school that you want to use, but it's all happening in education, right? During your education. So I'm just going to say school. All right. And then let's look at the last one. What are you thinking?
Like yourself.
All about yourself.
It could be personal.
Personal. Me. All about me.
Self-care.
Self-care. Putting who first?
Yourself.
Putting yourself first.
Personal.
Personal.
Me, myself, and I.
Me, myself, and I. That one would work. So main idea 3 in your essay is going to be all about me, okay? And you can choose whatever word you would like to fit in there. What do y'all notice has happened by doing this pick, let's choose? What do we have listed on here?
A lot of things.
We have all of our main ideas, and these now become the what that goes in between? The details. All right? So by doing this activity, Now you don't have to sit there and go, okay, what am I going to do at home? What am I going to do at school? These were all things that you guys thought of last night when I said I want you to think about what are some areas in your life that you would like to have a growth mindset. These were them. Now we're going to organize them into our main idea paragraphs so that when you go to write your essay, it's going to be organized and well thought out and planned so that it's easier for your reader to read and they can appreciate all of the amazing attributes as a writer that you have to put in it. Does that make sense?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, very good.